Hello, happy
Hello.
Tuesday, everyone. Hey, how you doing? So we're back at another terrific Tuesday on the Chatterbox with King Jacob with another Star Studded episode with a special guest who needs no introduction, but we're going to give you one anyway, so we can make it really formal.
Okay.
So without further ado, I'll let my special guest, you know, give you her introduction, and so you can get familiar with who she is.
Okay. My name is Donna Bellah. I'm the owner of Bellah Modeling Agency, Columbia Kid Fashion Weekend, Sumter Fashion Weekend, Bella Fair Magazine, Bella Live, and Candyland Beauty Cosmetics. That's
Wow, that's a
it.
lot. That's a lot. So, okay, so Donna Bella. Who
Yes.
is Donna Bella?
I'm a mom first. I love God. Number one, I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at right now in life without Him. I'm an entrepreneur, hard worker, and I'm a dedicated person. That's who I am.
Okay. So let's talk about how this agency got started and when did it get started? Because I know you've been in the game for quite some time now.
Yes, I started Bellah Modeling Agency back in '09. My vision of the agency, the beginning, I went to school for nursing, so I have a nursing degree. I went back to school for business management and marketing, and I opened up Bellah Modeling Agency in 2009. And I started it in Sumter, South Carolina. It did very well in Sumter, and I needed a metropolitan area. So that's when in 2015 I brought it to Columbia. And from 2015 until now, I've been in number one modeling agency in the Carolinas. And as of last year, I was number 60 in the world.
Mm, those are pretty impressive numbers. 60 in the entire world. So let's let's talk about what the Bella Mala agency represents
Okay,
and how can one become a client of Bella Mala agency?
Okay, so Bellah Modeling Agency, what we do is actually a school and we're an agency also. So we train our models and then we send them out for bookings. We book with JCPenney's, Belks, Macy's, Sears, Dillard, City Trends. I have the Spectrum Network contract as well, so I do a lot of commercials for them with my talent. I also have the Comics deal, so I do all of the print work, which is like when you see pictures on the buses or anything like that. All of those models that are on those different, pictures are they came from an agency. So we not only build the models up, so we build their portfolios, we build their comp cards, and we market them off for modeling and acting jobs. The agency is not just for models; it's for actors and actress also. So we do commercials, we do movie roles, we do extras in movies, we do plays, we do all of that stuff, and we train them to actually be able to do all of this. So it's one of those things like it's on the job training. I train you and I send you out. The reason why we train is because my casting call rate is 97%. So 97% of the Bella models that go out for anything gets picked for the job because they're trained, and then they're highly recommended by other people that's in the industry because they know the models are going to come there and be correct and do everything that they need to do without being told, or they have great structure and great direction. So our goal at Bella Model Agency is to bring out some person's inner beauty. That's our main thing. We don't want to change the character of anybody, but we really want to bring out their inner beauty. We want to give opportunities to our tall girls, our short girls, our petite girls, our plus size, the real plus size, that 16 to 20 size. So I've given so many opportunities to so many different genders of women and men in this industry, which has been a really good thing for my agency. As of last year, we actually got a major deal with Supreme. So we have one of my top models, Tabitha. She got Supreme. So now we have all of our sister agencies, which are Wilhelmina, Ford, Inc., Supreme, Strut. We have like at least about 75
Hold
locations.
up, back up. Hold up, back up. So you work with the Wilhelmina models?
Yes, that's one of my sister agencies. So my talent gets scouted by Wilhelmina Modeling Agency. So that's whenever you see me like out of town, like New York or LA or Miami, that's what my
Yeah.
models are going to do. They go into conference and they go to conference and they actually get scouted by Ford, Wilhelmina, Strut, Supreme, Women's, like all the high end agencies. So I am one of those people that can get them in that type of position to be scouted from major agencies. A lot of people don't know this, but those agencies will not talk to you unless you have a mother agent. So if you don't have a mother agency, then you would never be able to be in place in front of these people. And a lot of models that are out there now, they don't even realize that. But that's the case. You have to have a mother agency in order for you to actually move in this industry at all.
Mm. Okay, okay. So when you said the Wilhelmina models, that's huge. And for people who don't know about the Wilhelmina models, man,
Mhm.
that West Coast division is crazy big. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Really, really crazy big. I'm talking about from Orange County to Beverly Hills
Yeah.
to Pasadena to Anaheim, California to LA, to Sacramento to Oakland, like all over the place. So
Yeah.
so so that's a big deal that you partner with them. That's really a big deal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because they don't just take anybody.
Oh yeah, no, no, no. You have to be in a classification and have great talent for them to want to actually look at.
Yeah. So what happened when you did your first runway show?
My first runway show, like in the very beginning, or
Yes. Yes.
so my very first runway show was phenomenal. I did it in the Sumter Mall, kind of pulled off something that never actually happened in Sumter. I had all the stores in that mall actually participate in this fashion show. So it was a really good turnout. And then I had a summer camp that year too. So it was a combination of my summer camp and my agency mixed together. And we threw a huge fashion show in the middle of the Sumter Mall. And that was my very first show that I ever did, ever in life. So from there, it's like, couldn't do nothing but go up.
Right. 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 And so with that being said, how was that first casting for you? And and how many people did you have participate?
Well, I can't remember how many models I had at that time. I didn't do a casting call because I didn't need to because I had the agency. So I utilized my models. The majority of Bellah shows just have Bellah models. The only time that my models are a part of other things is whenever like we're doing like New York Fashion Week or LA Fashion Week or something like Charlotte Fashion Week. Then the models are a part of other things as well. But like when I do like a fashion show, it's just Bellah models. So for with that being said, I didn't have to do a casting call because I had tons of models at the time. But the experience of it was really good. It gave the opportunity for a lot of people that didn't think that they can be on a runway that opportunity to be on the runway.
Okay. 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 So what are the levels of the runway, and how does one like yourself start her own runway?
Okay, like what do you mean by that? That's like one of those tricky questions.
Well,
How I
I
or
hear, I hear people say a lot of talk about the runway, but to put a runway event together, what goes into that?
everything. Blood, sweat, and tears. That's what goes into that. It's a lot of work putting runway shows. A lot of people think it looks easy after the event is taking place. My main thing with runway shows is I can't wait for it to be over. Like that's the whole time I turn into this whole different person. And it's like I'm ready for it to be over. Like, but the experience of having it because you have to deal with back house, you have to deal with models, you have to deal with designers, you have to deal with vendors, you have to find a venue. You need a DJ. You have to have lights, runway, all of that stuff. So it's so many different things that gets you ready for that actual show. The feeling of it is like giving our models the opportunity to walk in designer wear, like designers that actually physically make the clothing for your particular show and give it a theme. Typically, a lot of my shows have its own theme, and my designers go off of that theme. And I do work with more than just designers. I also work with boutiques too. But to actually have designers in the mix of a fashion show is phenomenal. That's how you know you're really putting on a really big and a real production. Um, but going into like putting a fashion show together, it just takes time, and it's got to be something that you really want to do.
Hmm.
It can't be something that you just put together last minute because you want to actually see a good outcome from it. When it comes down to your hair makeup team, when it comes down to you again, your designers, your boutiques, you want to make sure that everything falls in place for your event.
So when did you know this is what you wanted to do?
Ever since I was a little girl. Like I remember when I saw one of my classmates from Sumter High, and it was like, I remember when you was in school and you used to always say you're going to own your own modeling agency. And as a little girl, that's what I wanted to do. Like some people want to be doctors, lawyers, all that. I wanted to own my own modeling agency ever since I was a little girl.
Oh wow, oh wow. So when people from grade school see you now, what is them conversations like?
That I'm living my dream because I am. Like I wake up every morning and I'm so blessed and thankful that I actually make an income of something that I made a fantasy a reality for myself, and everybody can see that.
Okay, 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 okay. So now you have a couple of some friends out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to shout them out. They are twins, and so I just want to shout my girl Tia and her sister out. So,
Yeah.
what is that relationship of having somebody who's a contributing writer for Sheen magazine and you own a modeling agency? So, how do y'all connect, and what are those conversations like when it comes to the hard nosed business?
Okay, well, she's one of my writers for my magazine as well. So we do business together. Not only are we friends, we do business together. The conversations are really good. Tia, she's an amazing writer. And that's all I can say about that. Like she's just an amazing writer. She's an amazing person. I love working with her. Me and her have been friends for a very long time. And I enjoy our relationship.
Right, and she's definitely a go getter. She's
Mm-hmm.
a certified go getter. So, I knew you guys was connected, and I know that y'all was really, really, really close. So I just wanted to shout her out
Yeah.
and just give her flowers, cause she pretty dope for sure. You know what I mean?
It is. She really is.
Yeah, yeah. So with that being said, you have some other entities up under the modeling agency, correct?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay.
I do two annual, actually a couple annual, but two annual events. Called one of them is called Columbia Kid Fashion Weekend. That's actually coming up next weekend. It's a 2-day event. The first day is it's for kids. It's for kids ages 2 to 12. Um, it's from kids ages 2 to 12, and basically it's a runway show, it's a photo shoot, it's a day party. The first day, and then the second day, it's called the Cute Kid Runway Show. That's the name of it this year. So that's one of my events. This is the 5th year of that. I also do Sumter Fashion Week. That's 5 days of fashion and fun. So every day it's an event that goes on that has to do with fashion, runway shows, different things like that. And that's in August. And yeah, those are the other two fashion things that I do alongside of Bellah Modeling Agency that outside people can be a part of.
Okay. 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 Thank you, Karen, for tuning in. Karen says congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Karen.
And so, with that being said, so the Cute Kids Fashion Show,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Columbia Kids Fashion Week. So let's let's talk about how that transpired, how they got started. Like I want to be always in your business because we sipping this hot tea tonight.
Okay.
Cause me and you supposed to be in and really really talking about some major business, some major moves for a long time now.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
so let's talk about these children, man. These children are our future. The youth will always matter, and for you to really plug in with the youth, you're doing your community a wonderful service, by plugging in with the youth and giving them a chance to live their dreams at an early age. So let's talk about how you started with it.
Okay, so with Columbia Kid Fashion Weekend, I have a division in my agency called the Baby Bellas and the Teeny Bellas. So I wanted to give them something to do outside of like my older models, they move a lot, but the babies and the teenies, they don't really move that much. So I decided one year to do like a fashion weekend for just for them, just to be totally for kids. So with my fashion weekend, kids do everything. I have kids host, kids DJ, kids commentate, kids help with the models getting dressed in the back. So they basically do everything for this event. And then with the models that actually sign up for it, it's like the cutest little kids. Like they come from 2 years old, they come from all over. So it's not just a Columbia thing. I have kids that come from Florida, from Texas, from Atlanta, you name it, Myrtle Beach, you name it, all Fayetteville, Raleigh, all over the world, like all over the kind of like the East Coast, I want to say. They come to be a part of this event. This year we have a total of 67 kids so far, like, and we still have openings for it, so I'm excited about it. I typically have it in the Columbiana Mall. I like that location because it's the Disney store, so it looks very good, and then I can put my own little, twist in it with the balloons and stuff, so it turns out really, really good. But just giving the kids the opportunity to actually see how it feels to be a part of the runway shows. And what it does is it gives the parents, say for instance, if a parent that has a child that they might be interested in modeling, that 2-day event will actually let them know if that child likes something like that or not, so they can see if they want to invest, because in this industry it's a big investment. You gotta want to actually invest in your child or yourself to make something out of it. You can't expect it to just come to you. You have to put in work with building your portfolio, building your comp card, taking your modeling classes, your acting classes, different things like that. So this gives the parents the opportunity when your child is like 6 years old to see like, hey, do they really like this, or do they just like taking pictures? So that's one reason why I really started it.
Okay. So and dealing with the parents, what is that like? Because when you got the momagers, that can be very interesting. It can be very to say the least. It can be very, stressful at times when you're dealing with the momagers.
Yeah, well, dealing with parents, it's been challenging. It's like, I don't know, like with parents, I just tell them to drop their kids off, sign them out, it's gone. Like I really don't, I have like my assistants and everybody else that deal with them. I send out massive emails. Like if I feel as though a parent has an issue or they need to speak to me, I'll call them directly. Or if they have like a lot of questions in like an email, then I'll call them directly. But I won't say all parents think their cute kids are beautiful. Like as a parent, that's what we think. And they just think that their kids should be maybe somewhere else, in the industry, but it's just not that easy. So just educating them and letting them know, like, hey, like that's not it. You gotta put in the work. It's not given to anybody. Just because you got a pretty kid or a pretty face, it doesn't mean that you're gonna get far. It just means that you need to put in some work so that you can see what you can get out of it.
Okay. And so Denny's Closet
Yes, that's my
says,
girl.
says hello, you're looking beautiful. So that's one of your designers?
Actually, that's my good friend, but she's also a designer. You guys gotta check her out. Her line is phenomenal. You gotta check that out.
Okay. So you got the kids runway. You work with the kids, you build them up, you teach them a lot about modeling at a young age.
Mhm.
And so upon doing that, what are some programs that you have for the kids?
We have, well, with our classes, we have it all. We have self-esteem classes, we have adequacy classes, they do walking classes, they do posing classes, they do self-care classes, and then we do a skincare, hair care, and fashion classes as well. So we basically take them through all walks of this industry in their classes.
Okay. And so within you working with the kids, what does it look like for you to do a kids fashion show at a local, school, as far as a school district?
I
You
would
know, have you connected with any of the school superintendents on that or anything like that?
No, I've never done a fashion show. Now I'm involved in the schools. I done did public speaking there. I go and talk to young girls a lot. I do a lot of like interacting with certain schools, but I've never done a fashion show in the schools. I've never done that before. I've had some of the schools bring their people like to my Sumter Fashion Week or my Columbia International Fashion Week and sign them up for those programs, but actually being inside and doing a fashion show inside of the school, no, I haven't done that.
Is that something that you're looking to do in the future?
I would love to. Giving back to the community goes deep to my heart. I just love to actually do so many things when it comes to our young youth, because again, that is our next generation of people. So
Right.
I would love to be a part of something like that, even create something like that.
Actually, you're in luck. One of my very good friends is a city councilman of Blackwood, South Carolina. So
Okay.
you're in luck. Yeah. So I'm mostly plugged. I'm plugged with a lot of politicians. A lot of my homeboys went on to be politicians and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I can definitely plug in with him. and maybe y'all can set somewhere where y'all can talk, where you can get the city behind you, and
Mhm.
if not in the school, you can do it at one of the city hall conference rooms, and I think it'll be nice, for you to do it in front of the politicians as well. You
Okay.
know what I mean? That's how you get that them them behind you, and they know all the money making, know all the money seekers that we don't know, and
Yeah.
so that frees up a lot of dollars that you could have been had that you didn't know about, because you got city, county, state wide, and I'm pretty sure that they will show you how to get some grants for your business. So yeah, I would definitely make the connection for you. You know what I mean?
That
You,
sounds
you
great.
know it's all about who you know, not what you know, for sure.
Yeah, that is true. That is very
Yeah,
true.
no doubt. So upon the kids, you have Columbia Fashion Week as well, right?
No, no, I don't have Columbia Fashion Week. I just have Columbia Kids Fashion Weekend. Columbia Fashion
Okay.
by somebody else.
Okay. So do you do anything else in Columbia for your adult models and stuff like that?
Oh yes, I have actually my own personal fashion events with the agency. So we have our first fashion show coming up in May, okay? And we're getting geared up for that. You'll start seeing some flyers and stuff within the next week or so about that. But I do 3 fashion shows a year with the agency in Columbia. So we have one in May, and I can't remember the other dates, but I do know like at our last show is called the Riot, and that's in October. So yeah, we do fashion events for the older people.
Okay, okay, okay. So tell me about those fashion shows, those runway shows. Tell me how exclusive they really are.
Well, only Bella models can walk in those shows, and the designers are catering to the Bella models. So whoever signs to the agency, that gives them to get their exposure on the runway and different things like that. We work with designers from all over, so it's a really good show, and each show is themed. The locations are very beautiful, and like I said, I do 3 of them a year. It gives all the models the opportunity to actually grace the runways, despite their height, or even if I have models that are just in the agency just to be do acting. They also are a part of those events.
Okay, so your face really good out here in these streets. So, uh, you got a good face card out here.
Mm-hmm.
So with having a good face card, like a lot of people know who you are. A lot of people watch you. A lot of people follow your movement. And do you ever do any runway shows that's open to the public, as far as taking some models that may not be signed with you, but really have impressive comp cards, impressive pictures, have a resume that's very impressive? Do you have any shows like that?
Yes, I have what you call Sumter Fashion Week, and that's that 5 days of fashion and fun. They can register for there. There's no registration fee at all, and they can be a part of those events. And it gives them great opportunity because again, I get designers that come all from all over. And with that show, I have designers come from LA, from New York, Texas, all over basically. And it gives them a great opportunity to walk the runway.
Okay. So with you doing all of this, and you are serving your community, and you talk to young black women
Mm-hmm.
coming up through the trenches, coming up through the middle school, high school. So I really have to ask you a question, and I want your honest opinion, brutally honest.
Okay.
What is the true essence of a black woman? Now, cause I'm asking you because I see how you walk. I
Mm-hmm.
see how you navigate. I
Mm-hmm.
see how your head is always held up high. I see your positive energy. And so, but a lot of times we may not see a lot of our black women with the positive energy. So, have we forgotten to embrace their true essence as men, or have they forgotten to embrace their true essence as mothers of the earth? So, what are your thoughts on that?
I think the new generation of women is a lot different. I think like it came a time where a lot of young girls had kids and it's like kids raising kids in a sense. So it just changed it a little bit. But I think like as myself, as if we can just get in the community and basically open up to some of these young girls and show them that it's so much opportunity versus the things that we do see on social media that these young girls are doing today, or young guys in a sense. I think that as a Black woman, an entrepreneur, a leader in the community, I think we should have more of people going out and actually spending time with some of the younger generation to show them that it's more, so much more in life than what they're actually going for. As for us, Black men, like you asked, I think a lot of guys are just so wrapped up into the social media in a sense that they are overlooking our beautiful Black queens. And I think they should just like take a lot of that out and then focus on them a little bit more.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that. And as a Black man, I definitely agree that our queens is our queens because we all come from women.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how we look at it as men, we wouldn't be here without that vessel of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, what is the inner peace that you find as a woman and the upliftment that you understand that you have to give to other women? It's like because for real, like I say, your face card good out here. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So when you got a good face card with everybody and people speak very highly of you and hold you and your standards in high regard, that means a lot,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you've been in the business and been in the community as long as you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, what is the value in the standards that you hold yourself to, and how would you explain this to another young lady that's 15 or 16 to really get them to understand that you are so much more than you're giving yourself credit for?
Yeah, I would basically explain to them to never give up. Never give up on anything, especially your dreams. You want to always manifest your dreams. You want to walk in your purpose at all times. And
Hmm.
pray. You want to pray. That's the most important thing. Praying and asking God for guidance. A lot of people took prayer out of things because they don't think it's a thing to do. But praying is like one of the things that I do all the time. Like, because of the fact that I have God in my business, I have God in my life, everything flourishes so well. So I would try to educate, or even tell somebody, basically pray, ask God to guide you. Stop trying to figure it out for yourself. Allow him to guide you and put you in the places that you need to put. Ask him for the help. He says it in the Bible. If you ask, he will give it to you. So if you ask, he will give it to you, but you got to ask him. So I would definitely go in with that for number one. For number two is just basically don't allow people to see your struggle. No matter where you are in life, don't put your business on social media. Don't let people know you're falling. It's many times that I would be on social media and I probably had the worst day ever, but nobody would know that. Everybody knows me from social media and all the good, but nobody would never see the behind the scenes because it's nobody's business. And if people can just think about that sometimes and do that, then so many things in their life will go be so positive and they won't see such bad or things downfalling so much. So that's the type of advice I would give somebody. Always keep your head up. Don't allow nobody to get in your business. Don't put your stuff on social media, and keep God in your life. Like, keep him in your business, keep him in your house, keep him everywhere. And then you will see how much of a difference your life becomes.
Okay, I can dig that. I can dig that. So you're speaking loud and it's speaking in volume. So I can dig that, and I appreciate that those words of encouragement to our young people. So as far as young men, what would you say to them? Because sometimes we can talk to them as men, but they kind of need to hear from another perspective on why you know that that certified gentleman is needed. And how you should conduct yourself, when it comes when you're navigating as a Black man on American soil. So,
Yeah.
we gotta stay, 10 steps ahead of the game. And so, you know, you as a entrepreneur, as a community leader, as a person with substance and purpose, what would you say to the young Black man?
To take it back from back in the day, start opening up car doors. Start buying flowers instead of giving money and buying Birkin bags and all that stuff. Buy flowers. Send cute text messages. Make your person feel wanted, like, or yourself. Get out there and get it. Don't get out there and get it. Don't allow yourself to be discriminated against or feel as though that you can't be a positive impact in your community, in your home, in anybody's presence. In a sense, a lot of our men lack confidence. Build, like, get your confidence back up, you know, like, don't allow somebody to knock you down. And sometimes walk away from problems, don't go towards them. A lot of men tend to walk right in the runway of a problem when they can just actually walk away and be the bigger person. And a
Right.
lot of people are not doing that. Silence. Sometimes silence is the best key for a man. Be silent. You know, just be quiet. You know, be quiet. Your quietness is so much louder than your words. And that's basically what I would tell them.
Okay. Okay. I can dig it. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate you definitely giving your synopsis and giving your spiel on what you see and how different things could help the young black man navigate through society as an upstanding citizen. So, with that being said, you started a magazine,
Mm-hmm.
and so tell us the name of it. Tell us why you started it.
Okay, so Bellah magazine, it's a fashion magazine, but then it's an entrepreneur magazine also. I wanted to be able to give businesses the opportunity to get their stuff out there, to be able to market their brand without costing so much, you know.
Hmm.
So that's how I started Bellah magazine. So
Hmm.
I have the magazine is free, like you can actually get a copy at any time. You do pay for advertisement in the magazine, but if you as a person want a copy of it, it's no cost. I have it in different stations in the Columbia area, the Charlotte area, and also Sumter as well. That you can actually pick up a copy of the magazine. So I started, like, to rewind back, I started it, like I said, to give businesses an opportunity to market themselves.
Okay, okay. So, are you still looking for contributing writers for the magazine or no?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I have Tia. She's one of my, top writers for the magazine, and I have a lot of like college students that actually come on board and do some of the writing as well. But I'm always looking for new somebodies for something. So yes, I'm always
Oh,
looking for 'em.
okay, 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 okay. So, with the magazine, it's a publication, and I feel like it fits you, who you are, your personality. So with that being said, how many releases have you had? Did you do a anniversary party for the magazine, or do you do a quarterly release, or do you do luncheons, or like what all do you do with the magazine?
So the magazine is released every 3 months. So every 3 months a new magazine hits. And no, I don't do any type of. I did a part like a launch party when I first got the magazine. If I have somebody on the cover, like I have always have like a business person on the cover. I've had Style by Nada. When Nada read it first, she was on the cover. I had Money Mandy. She was on the cover. I've had Tiffany J on the cover. I had Monty Mills on the cover. So with that being said, I've actually had Miss South Carolina on the cover. So with that being said, I don't typically throw a launch party for each of them. I only did one, and I have not done an anniversary. The magazine's been around for over a year now, 2 years now. So I haven't done an anniversary or anything like that. I just be having so much going on. I can't keep up with the anniversary of everything. Just Bella.
Okay, 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 okay. So just Bella. So Bella is a household name. You know, Bella has built a unique brand, a
Mhm.
unique the lifestyle of a Bella model,
Yes.
um, the lifestyle of a Bella writer, the lifestyle of somebody just connected with you know the CEO, founder, owner of Bella. So with that being said, will Bella be working in the film industry as a director one day? You know what I mean? Uh,
Mm-mm.
no, no, no. Okay.
Yeah, I will work, like I have a great acting coaches and all of that too. But I want to do a production, but I want it to be them doing a production with the agency. and they put it together. If they need funding, I will help fund it. But as of me actually being a producer and like having my own something like that, yeah, my name will be in the mix of it, but it'll be more of getting the spotlight of my teachers or whoever I actually put in the mix. And that's one thing I do, like with all of my teachers, everybody that's a part of Bellah Modeling Agency, I put them in a place where they actually get the exposure that they need as well. They're my acting coach, he's done movies, he's done commercials, he's done TV shows, he's done all of that. My walking coach and posing coach, she's been on New York Fashion Week. I mean, she's been on New York Fashion Week runway. She's been in Charlotte Fashion Week. She's done magazine publications. She's really big. My photographer, Dave, he's one of Colombia's best photographers right now. He's worked with so many different people. So everybody that works for me, they have a platform of their own that I support as well. So as me doing my own production, I would support my team in doing it as long as they carry the company name along with them. But I want them to shine too. With my organization, I want everybody to win. It's not about Donna Bellah. It's about the whole entire Bellah Agency team.
Okay. Understood. So, with that being said, it's about your team. So, if it was a film that would, come up and somebody brought your idea, um, um, what type of film would you want to represent, Bellah Modeling Agency?
Something about fashion, something about runway behind the scenes, something about like lifestyle as a model, lifestyle as an actress, lifestyle in
Hmm.
this industry, different things like that.
Okay.
Documentary, something like that.
A, a documentary. Okay, then. Okay. So, I hear, I see a lot of, models and designers, and you have quite a few just all over the world. So, for the young girl that wants to be an inspiring model
Hmm.
and wants to get into their business, what is the lifestyle of a model, and what are the up and downs of a model?
The lifestyle is a busy lifestyle. You have to travel a lot and got to be willing to travel. You have to be willing to invest in yourself, building your portfolio, building your comp card, taking the necessary classes that you need to perfect your craft. You have to be willing to actually take sacrifices, knowing that all the no's that you get, that there will be a yes in between those, and never giving up. Like never give up. But if you're passionate about this, and this is your dream, you're not going to give up. You're going to keep going until you get where you need to go. And that's how you know the difference of somebody that's passionate and really want it and that's just think they got a pretty face. It's a difference. So I would tell that young girl that want it just to keep going. Keep going, manifest everything that you got going on, perfect your craft, educate yourself in this industry, and get you a good mother agency. You have to have a mother agency in this industry. So get you a really good mother agency that's going to support you, that's going to get you to the next level, because that's our goal. Our goal is to get those models that are hungry for this industry to the next level.
Okay. So that that sounds definitely amazing. With you working with the models, working with young people, and working with adults, and you just maximize a person's value when you work with them like you do.
Mm-hmm.
Another question, a lot of the bros want to know, you know, um, they was like, man, I see Miss Donna got the models, but I ain't see her do no sports runway.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with her doing something for the fellas that like sports, but
Mm-hmm.
in the modeling world.
Okay.
So, I mean, what's good with that? Is that something that you would do a sports runway, or something that's dedicated to sports, and for the males and the females who are really into sports? Is that something that that you think will work for you, or no?
I don't know. Like the majority of, like, I have a lot of guy models that are part of agency, young boys. I have football guys, I have basketball guys, I have all of that. I've never thought about doing a runway that is catered to sports. I've
Okay.
never I never thought about it. Maybe that could be like a thought process in the future. But as of right now, that's not nothing that's on my agenda. Maybe having a
So,
sports line, but
mhm.
but not really like a dedicated to all sports. But sound interesting though.
Well, the reason why I asked that because just hit me good though, Miss Bella, just hit me good.
Okay.
What you doing a sports runway and being that you're already a household name,
Mm-hmm.
so you definitely can probably get sponsors like Puma, Adidas, Nike, Rodale, Champion, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? You know, so that's why I asked that because it would be very interesting when you have those executives to come out from those major companies. You know,
Yeah.
just in the world of sports, and then South Carolina has some major athletes that probably would really do it. You know, like you got DJ Moore, DJ Swagger, you got Josh Norman. All these are NFL players. You got
Mm-hmm.
Zion Williams. You got John Morant. So you got NBA players, NFL players, and MLB players, Major League Baseball players. So I think it would be something that's interesting. And once you really sit down and put it together, I know you'd be like, why ain't think of this before? You know what I mean? Because people love some sports. You know what I mean? So it would be a different level for you for what you've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with the brain you have and 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 with the creativeness that you have, the creativity, I think that you definitely could do it.
Okay. I mean, that's something like I said to think about in the future. It sounds
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
It does. It really does.
Right, right,
Might
right,
be
right.
in
So
next year.
right. So do you have a nonprofit as well or no?
I know what now?
A nonprofit.
Nonprofit? No, I don't have a nonprofit.
Okay, 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 okay. Well, the reason why I asked because I thought you may because you work with so many children. So, that's why it piqued my interest to ask you if you had a nonprofit or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't have a nonprofit. I just never set the company up that way.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Outside of you doing your own runways and different shows, what is the most high end show that you've ever attended, you and your models, outside of the Carolinas?
Oh, New York Fashion Week. New York Fashion Week,
Okay.
the most. There, the show alone is phenomenal. You have Gucci, you have Fendi, Prada, Chanel, Tom Ford, you name it. And I have had models walk in those shows. So the certified fashion shows for New York Fashion Week. So I'm excited, and I got actually some models that are doing it again this coming September. That are part of New York Fashion Week. So yeah, those are like that's gonna be the highest end that I've had models walk in. And I want to say that, and I want to say Miami Swim Week too, and LA Fashion Week. We've done it all. Like there's not a show in the United States that we haven't been a part of that was phenomenal.
Okay. 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 So what about have you guys went overseas as of yet?
I haven't taken any models over there yet, but I have been to Paris and Milan Fashion Week.
So what was that experience like? Like that had to be a super dope experience.
It's out of this world. It's a total different experience that you can't really explain. It's out of this world because the fashion there is nothing like it goes. By the time we get their fashion, it's like 3 or 4 seasons down. So it's a whole different feel of fashion.
Wow.
They're very high on different things like sizes, height, different things like that. So you just can't take any model overseas. They have to fit a certain height and size requirement in order to be on those runways.
Okay. So have you linked up with any designers from overseas?
Yes, yes. Actually, I linked up with a couple of them, and then my models walked for them in Charleston's Fashion Week. They came down and they did something for her name was what's her name? Ta- Tammy Richardson, I think that's her name. Tammy Richardson. She does a big fashion show in Charleston, and her production is fun. I'm talking about out of this world. But she's from out of the country as well. So she has this big show, and she does it every. She hasn't done it since um the pandemic. It's called the Brooke Wilder Experience. So she does it like she's doing it again this year. And it's going to be in the November time. But it's yeah, but I've linked up with some of them, and they've been over here, and I've worked with them, but not for my own personal shows, just for other people that I know shows.
Okay, okay. So, um, you are familiar with the Bonner brothers, right?
Yes.
Okay, so have you ever hooked up with those guys as well?
Yes, I have. I've done all kind of stuff with them, with their whole entire production, pretty much almost every year that they've done it. Yes.
Okay, okay. So what was that experience for you like for you through the years?
Um,
And what was the networking like?
the networking was phenomenal. The experience more is more on the hair side. You know, like it's more about the hair. It's more about the hair products. It's more so than fashion. So it's like a
Okay,
different. It's a different world with that one.
that's a different world.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
but
for the hair, the chemicals, the product, the starting at the beginning, the ending process of doing hair, and that's what their shows are mainly about, or different type of like hair that you can buy while you're there and different things like that. They do have like, of course, they have fashion designers, but they don't cater to the fashion. They cater to the hair.
okay, okay. So it's more like a networking of product branding.
Yes. Now it's good
Okay.
network. Meet so many people. I met tons of designers, hair and makeup artists, hair and makeup vendors, and all that stuff for those events. From for that event that I use on my future events as well. And we've worked together in so many aspects, especially when I go to Atlanta.
Okay, okay, okay. Great, 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 great. So, with that, it sounds like that you have a whole lot going on, and it never stops. Your engine just keeps moving,
It does.
and and so and so, what is that me time like for you? That inner peace moment, like what is that like for you?
Well, I don't feel like I'm working at all, like ever. I'm living out my dream. So I don't
Okay,
really have a like that me time. If I do, then I'm hanging out with my homegirls and well, I can't say homegirl. My friends. I'm hanging out with my friends and we're doing like, little stuff. But like with my friends that I have, our little stuff turns into a work venture. And we start like picking each other brains and sitting around the table drinking wine, just talking about work and how we can
of
manifest
course.
different things like that. So I don't think I have like I don't really take days off. I don't like to take days off. Seem like it sets me back so much. But I tend to like when I go out of town take that as a vacation in a sense. It's work, but I also make sure that it's work and I make sure that work is good, but I also try to have fun and do like normal people stuff in a mix of work.
Yeah, but you know what I can appreciate about you?
Hmm.
As much as you do, and as much as you have accomplished in your life, you still remain humble and down to earth.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, you that's man. Listen, in this entertainment industry, no matter what level, whether it's music, whether it's film, whether it's modeling, just whatever it may be. You know, people. A lot of people don't remain humble.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really understand. You have to navigate through society, uh, just like you were doing when you were first trying to get on.
Yeah, that's
You don't need to get on and change. So I can really appreciate, the way that you navigate through society and the way that you're just open for conversations and like you don't ever put yourself above nobody. You just try to connect with them and see what the best situation can be possible for both parties. And I can really appreciate that.
well, thank you. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, no doubt. So uh we wind it down. So let people know where they can get in touch with you at, and also you can give your shout outs to your family, friends, peers, and all the above.
Not shout outs. Okay,
Yeah.
so so you can find me on social media on Donna Bellah. I have a website as well called donnabellah.com. And you can actually go to that website and then we will be able to find everything that I got going on. It will take you to our blogs, it'll take you to our Bellah Live, our magazine, the next issue that's going to come out. It takes you to the website for Bellah Modeling Agency. And each of the things that I do also have their own websites that you can register for. I also own a makeup line called Candyland Beauty Cosmetics. You guys check it out. It's the sweetness of beauty. So make sure you check that Candyland Beauty Cosmetics out. And that's about it.
You heard it first, man. Live with the Chatterbox with your boy King Jacob and the one and only Donna Bellah. Listen, listen, listen. As my man DJ Khaled said, listen. She that deal. She that deal. She been doing it for a long time. I've been following her for a long time, and so I've seen her progression over the years, and she just keep building. For you ladies that like that makeup, she got that cosmetic line, and who knows if you hit her up, you might can be a cosmetic model. She always looking for people.
Yes, I
You know,
am.
yeah, always looking for people. So she always rocking. So until the next time, I want to say thank you for tuning in with the Chatterbox, the one and only Donna Bellah. Bellah Modeling Agency, amongst other things. She got a lot going on. So you have a child star, hit her up. You just inspired to be an actress or actor, hit her up. You're inspired to be a model, hit her up. And she don't discriminate. She work with every and anybody. As long as you bring your A game and keep your game face on, she
Yeah.
gonna get you there. So just want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you once again, Miss Bellah. I appreciate you, and
For
we'll
having
we'll definitely you're welcome anytime. So we'll definitely be in touch. And if you have any other clients that you want to send through, let me know. I mean, I'm always open.
okay.
So and so because I know they can't never have too much exposure.
Never. Never.
Right, right. So until the next time, peace, blessings, and most of all, let love conquer all. We out of here.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Peace.